We're celebrating our 35-year anniversary this year. As a kind of left political, cultural anchor here in New York City, we have roughly 10,000 people come through our doors every single year. We organize about 200 events a year, but we have over 400 events every year if you count our classes, 2 of which are going on right now at the same time as we're hosting this event. And we have 6 different organizations that rent out our spaces in the back here. So please check us out online, www.BrechtForum.org. And we have calendars at the front on the table there. Grab one before you head out. And on Monday, November 15th, we're actually celebrating, seriously celebrating our 35th anniversary. So that's going to be a really nice evening. If you have time, come through. You can buy tickets online on the website. Should be a lot of fun. But I'm excited, obviously, as all of you are, to get this event started tonight. So I'll turn it over to the event organizers. Thanks.
Mariam, we're just going to introduce ourselves. And while we do that, we're just going to play some slideshows so we can keep it moving because we're running a little bit behind time. We're going to show some pictures from our first trip to Gaza. And then it's going to go into the recent trip that we did. So I'm Nancy Mansour. Some of you know me as Harrabic Tubman. Existence is Resistance is myself, my brother Ayman.
My name is Ayman El-Sayed. I joined the EIR team in January 2009. We went to Gaza and the West Bank, as you will see.
I'm Mariam. We co-founded the organization together after the offensive in 2009. And, well, really 08, 09.
Yeah.
And we based our work basically around Palestine, but our main focus is bringing the arts and connecting that as a means to fight without violence, to resist occupation. And we've used hip-hop in majority of our work. However, we expanded into painting and different kinds of arts, and we went over to the West Bank this past July, and you'll be seeing some, footage from the guys here. They went, M went, Marcel went, our DJ Vega Benetton went, and there's a lot of interesting connections between that struggle, what hip-hop was doing and music and the arts were doing there, and what is happening here, and the kids connecting based upon that.
So first of all, thank you all for coming. This is a really diverse crowd, and we appreciate it. And I want to thank M1 for coming out, flying out here for this.
M1, yeah!
Marcel Cartier also came with us. Originally was born in Germany on a military base. I'll tell you his story later. He's been here for a few years, and he came out to Palestine with us. Vega Benetton's been with us 4 times now. And also M1 came with us to Gaza along with Loki and Marzi. Marzi did come to the West Bank, but he wasn't able to be here tonight.
We got some Gaza songs coming up?
Huh?
We're going to have some.
Plenty. more than you know.
So Marzi's on tour, but he sent his love, and you'll see him in the pictures, so that should be enough.
And we acknowledge our other members, Ryan Green, Lisa
in the back,
and Brandy in the back,
and Nina.
Where's Nina?
She's around.
She's around.
There you go. I also want to give a really, really, really special shout out because being from Palestine, every time I go to the Freedom Theatre. It was actually my uncle was Saliba Khamis, who was married to Adna Mel Khamis. So it means a lot more than just a theatre to me. But there's 2 members from Jenin in Palestine in the crowd. Stand up. And also I want to thank Mr. I call him Big Norm, but to you, Professor Norm Finkelstein. Us a lot while we were fundraising for the tour that we just did, which was probably the brokest tour we've ever had to do, but we did it, and nobody complained about the conditions. They complained about my temper, but no, it was really amazing. So I want to thank Norm for that because he did help us a lot. He actually helped get us our donation from Cultures of Resistance, who donated money for us to buy musical instruments, which we donated to some refugee camps, some youth centres and refugee camps in Nablus. So thank you to everybody involved with that, and Yara Lee, of course.
These guys, they're going to be on the panel, because they were the main organizers, logistic organizers on the trip. But a quick overview of what happened on the trip was that 10 days throughout the West Bank, they were hosted by Balata refugee camp. So all of the artists who attended and the organizers lived in the refugee camp for 10 days. There was no hotel or anything
Our
like
water
that.
got shut off.
Stuff was getting shut. Shooting was
Palestinians.
happening. They lived in the everyday life of the refugee camp. With that being said, you can imagine the logistical problems of going through the checkpoints. Many shows were delayed because of this, and so on and so forth. And they'll give you a reflection on that. But another thing is that we as an organization believe in the BDS movement. I'm sure many of you are familiar with that, and that's the boycott, divestment, sanctions. Recently, there's been this debate among some of our peers about whether showcasing a Zionist in an artistic format is appropriate. We personally don't think so. We feel that Zionism has a great voice enough, especially in the context, and they have enough platforms to speak. So there could be this dope, singer who's a Zionist, but we personally don't believe that that's progressive dialogue, or anyone's going to get anything out of that. So we do have this 1 8-minute video that we want to share, and there's a specific reason, and it's because there's a kind of fascism involved with masquerading Zionism with the arts, and let's talk about this and let's talk about that, because it's really not like that at all, and it's very dangerous to what we do. It's the antithesis to what we do, because we're using the arts for resistance, because our children, and when I say our, I'm Iranian, but I say our because all the children that are undergoing occupation, whether Palestine, Sri Lanka, whatever, they're our children, here in Harlem, wherever, in our neighborhoods. They are undergoing occupation, they're undergoing marginalization, and there is no room for dialogue with their oppressor. And so we reject that notion that there should be this voice for that. So we are going to show this very short birthright video that's circulating. There's such a fascism in it, it really is reminiscent of something from Nazi Germany. And it put chills in our skin.
And we're going to say it was friends of ours that put together an event and hosted a girl that's a poet, that is a spokeswoman for this organization. So we've cut them off completely because we gave them the links and they still did it. And we've been opposing it for the last couple of weeks. So it's been going back and forth on the net, but we don't deal with Zionists at all. And that's it.
That video is not necessarily our work, but as I said, it is the antithesis to our work. And we feel like if we're going to have a bunch of great people in the room, we're going to share this, and then they're going to share it, and then those people are going to share it. So, bear with us on that. It is sort of off topic, but not really. So.
All right. Are we going to show that right now, or should we start the panel? We'll save the video for after.
We can save the video for after the panel.
Yeah. So
these guys are going to do basically 5 to 7 minutes, just telling you about the tour that you came to listen to.